Speak in faith, very respectfully so. But our one and only true Creator, always with love, truth, purpose, respect, faith, and integrity. Exactly so. So set forth in accordance too, based on the fact that there has been betrayals toward our one and only true Creator involving hate, lies, jealousy, manipulation, and deception for self. Flesh eaters, as so. Which brings forth the next piece to this, as so prophesied and told to all by God. Infiltration used by betrayers to get what one wants, all the fuck yous that every and all hears, but when mentioned by an innocent creation to a betrayer is played off like, what are you talking about? I don't hear nothing. All the utterances of horror and we dare you, let me tell you something. And so, threats of rape, threats of violence, threats of being eaten, threats of so that there is no creator. And so, lies against God for self. Proclamations of Saddam Hussein. And so, Eva Braun. And so, Patricia Barlow, Eric Barlow, Richard Barlow, and so the list goes on, yes? And so Gaddafi, so. Any that has betrayed, as goddamn F, those names are even worthy. Betrayers to God are betrayers to God. They've been deemed worthless, as if a name matters. You do know who you are. And every innocent creation, as told and promised by God, the truth would prevail. Exactly so. And they have. Infiltrations, and so. With all the utterances, how crazy they're going to sound, and so. Not even. These betrayers are liars. We will see. And they can utter it as so while this one makes this video, and so, trying to, as so. But the truth is so, by God. This one walks in faith. There's not anything that any could ever say to this one, a betrayer from God, that would ever make this one's faith waver in or with our one and only true Creator. I love no other. You betrayers have been deemed worthless, 5 and 6 feet tall, in the form of children, supposedly children. They are flesh eaters, liars, yelling, rape, and beat her when this one drives through Baltimore City on a 125cc motorcycle. Loud and clear, uttering, yelling, verbally speaking, rape, and beat her. And I look like, what did I ever do to you? This one did nothing to any, other than the fact that I've been told that because this one exists, because this one is loved by God, and because this one loves God, fuck you. And that is the truth. Every one of you betrayers in this form has looked this one in the eyes and proclaimed love, false love for self, manipulation, trying to get what you want for you, to betray God, to take from God. And so, I love no other than our one and only true Creator. If you do not like it, that is your problem. You're not wanted, you've been deemed worthless, and that is the truth. Utterances. So then I go on internet, and all of a sudden internet speed slows down for little surveys, $5 surveys, 3 survey sites. Since the posting of these videos, all of a sudden cannot get internet speed, no surveys, no videos, nothing. When clearly been making money also, not a lot of money, nothing exuberant. Money's not even real. Paper made from trees, lashed with ink and so, proclaimed as a necessity in order to acquire here and to quote-unquote survive here. God did not. He did not. These are liars. These false proclaimers that they deemed as people. What? How ugly are you? A remnant of large intestine, as so. Originally created as a sea serpent, but that's just not good enough for you. God created all exactly so, told the truth is so. Each creation is God's business. not for another creation to question God for so, but jealousy and hate prevail, and you elect to so. And so there you are, yelling how you mean it in what you set out to do. And clearly it shows the hate and the jealousy and the disrespect, the violence, none of which these fools running around with guns and so, proclaiming themselves to be police and so. There's no violence by any other creation other than you fools. How foolish of you. You do what you want with your fake bench warrants and so. And you're infiltrated and so about how this one's going to get raped violently and so. You do that. My faith does not waver. I am who and what I am. I do know who and what I am. Per the one and only true Creator, and it is said with love, truth, purpose, respect, faith, and integrity, as given forth by God, our one and only true Creator. Not any can take that. It is said with respect, and humility, and modesty, very respectfully so. You don't like it, it is your problem. It is your problem. It is clearly known as promised and prophesied exactly so. Two prophecies exactly the same, with you betraying fools, out for self, flesh eaters, wanting to eat every and all in front of God, and so. So there would not ever be, and to go into other prophecies, every and all that God ever created, with love, truth, purpose, respect, faith, and integrity, to sow, you ugly betrayers, and so. So go and threaten to withhold this one's Social Security money each month, and incarcerate, and rape, and eat, or whatever the fuck you proclaim for self, because I love God. And clearly, this is the truth. This one knows that this one is protected by God. Very respectfully so. And it is said with respect and humility, with all of what this one is. Not that he has any business ever questioning God, or making proclamations that their creation is not enough to God. And because they don't get what they want, that they therefore betray and set forth to self-serve. This prophecy, the Big 8 prophecy, completely about self-fulfillment for the betrayer. And you have completely done that with your infiltration and your violence and your betrayals for self, eating, and so it has all been done by you fools. We do know it has been promised. Go ahead and treat this one like a rosewood or like a fruitcake. The fuck this one is. The fuck this one is. My faith stays exactly so. And it goes exactly so. This prophecy as told by God to every and all. And that is the truth. It is promised with love, truth, purpose, respect, faith, and integrity by God for all that is so. For instance, the truth is about all that is so and all that is clearly not so. Hate and jealousy, lies, manipulation, deception, there's no place for it ever. Every and all were told this also. And you proclaim love and family and all that stuff. Family, what this one sees when this one hears the word family, ass pickers, eating and talking shit, liars. There is no kinship to this one. I am a creation from God, one of many. Beautiful, soft, innocent, pudgy little sweethearts of creations. Do not perpetrate a fraud to this one and imply love when you hold hatred and disdain for God. You hold hatred and disdain for God, you hold hatred and disdain for this one and all that stands in faith. Very respectfully so.